everybody, this is Notes 40. So we are evaluating functions today. Evaluating just means substituting in and simplifying. So we have our notation, just like yesterday, we have f of g of x, which means that we take g of x and we put it in f. So if, for example, we had f of g of 3, that would mean that we have g of 3, and we're going to take g of 3 and then put it into the f equation. So what that means is we use the number as the input of the inner function, the one on the inside. So how we're going to do that? We're going to first plug the number into the inside function, the inner function, and then second take that answer and plug it into the outer equation. So let's take a look at an example. So we have our f equation and our g equation. This says f of g of 3. So I'm going to say f of g of 3. So first I'm going to find g of 3. G of 3, I'm going to take the g equation, which is x squared, and everywhere I see an x, I'm going to put in the number 3 in parentheses. So I have parentheses 3 squared. This is the x squared from here, which would be 9. So now I'm going to take the 9, which is g of 3. So instead of 3, g of 3, that number is now 9. And I'm going to take that and put it in the f equation. So I'm looking for f of 9. So I'd say f of 9. I have 3x minus 5. Everywhere I see x, I'm going to plug in the number 9. So I have 3 times 9 minus 5. So I have 27 minus 5, which is 22. My answer would be 22. So we take the inside one, we calculate for the inside one, and then we calculate for the outside one. Let's try a second example. So we have our f equation here and our g equation here. This is asking us for f of g of 10. All right, so first things first, I need to start with, let's undo that. There we go. We need to start with g of 10. So I'm going to find g of 10. Remember that the g equation is here. It is the square root of x minus 9. So I'm going to have everywhere that I see the x, I'm going to plug in the number 10 and then copy down the rest. So that means that I have the square root of 10 minus 1 is 1. Square root of 1 is 1. So g of 10 is 1. So for this whole section right here, that number equals 1. So now I need to find f of 1. Our f equation is negative 9x minus 9. And everywhere that I see x, I'm going to plug in the number 1. So I have negative 9 times 1 minus 9. This here would be negative 9 minus 9, negative 18 as my answer. Right, so just plugging in the inside and then plugging that into the outside. So for this one says f of g of 12. So I'm going to find g of 12 first. So I have g of 12. My g equation is the square root of x minus 8. So in this case I would have 12 minus 8. 12 minus 8 is 4. The square root of 4 is 2. So g of 12 means 2. So if I was going to write this again, now instead of writing g of 12, right, g of 12 has turned into the number 2. Now I need to find f of 2. So I'm finding f of 2. My f equation is negative 4x plus 2. So I'm going to have negative 4 times 2 plus 2. Because I take out the x, I put in the 2. So I have negative 8 plus 2, which would be negative 6 as my answer. Finally, one more example. This one's asking us for g of f of negative 2. So first things first, I'm going to find f of negative 2. F of negative 2 uses the f equation, which is negative 3x plus 4. So I have negative 3, I see an x, so I'm putting in negative 2 plus 4. Negative 3 times negative 2 is 6, plus 4 would be 10. So f of negative 2 is 10. So instead of this f is negative 2, I'm going to have g of 10. Right, so I'm going to find g of 10 here. G of 10 uses the g function, which is x squared. Instead of x, I'm going to write the number 10. I have 10 squared. 10 times 10 is 100. That is my final answer. Please feel free to ask questions, and let's rock this out. Thanks, guys.